Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with Anna Rose
again.
So both of us are going to KEIO, and a lot of people ask what we wrote on our college essay. Yeah, what we wrote on our college essay. So I guess we wanted to talk a little bit about it so that it can help you guys to write a good one, which will make you get into any college in Japan, hopefully.
Yay!
So do you want to go first?
Yeah. Just to explain my essay writing progress, my high school is really like competitive. So we had university guidance counselor, and he would give us like deadlines. Like you should try to write your first draft for university essay in like 11th grade or something. And I had to write it right before the deadline, so I had the same exact question like you guys. Like, what am I supposed to write? You know, what? You know, I have nothing to talk about. Like usually Japanese universities ask you to write why you want to join this university and what you want to do there.
I'm like, I just want to go to good university.
But at the so I also contacted my senpais who's already going to KEIO and all that, and her tip was write about yourself. You know, at the end of the day, they want to know about you better. So for me, I started having part-time jobs since high school, koichi, because that's the legal age to start working in Japan, and that has been a big part of me. And I talked about why I want to be involved in business, like create my own business through that, because of that experience of doing part-time jobs at like cafe, tutoring English, and then connecting that to economics, because I was applying to econ major, and talking about my dream, not so dream, but dream of becoming like a business owner or whatever. And I also talked about specific courses that I wanted to take in KEIO. My university guidance counselor, he advised me to like look up the curriculum or the courses available at KEIO, and specifically mention like a course that you're interested in and explain why you're interested in taking this class. And that's the second point. And third point, for me, language was big interest. I wanted to learn about Chinese more. So I talked about that, my passion, and how I'm gonna connect it to use that skill for my future, like my dream business. So I talked about language as well, because learning language has been part of my life forever as a trilingual person, learning Korean, Japanese, English, all that was part of my like process in finding my identity. Like, who am I? This girl born in Japan, raised as Korean, going to international school, going to Korean school as well in Japan, going to Japanese school as well. So overall, I talked about my background, identity, also my dream, passion for Chinese, and specific course that I'm interested in. And then it's not just like one section, but I like kind of embedded it throughout on those topics.
That was really specific, and I wrote really similar things. In the very beginning of the paragraph, like the introduction, I talked about what made me interested in business. And for me, because my father is doing business, and I saw how my dad's business was doing during the COVID time, I think I talked about really honestly like how econ, like how being a part of a business owner or how being in certain business made me scared, but I talked about how I overcame that fear. Yeah, actually I was in a business club, and
Me too! I was there in the very first year of establishment.
yeah, so that's what happened. And I wrote things like, by being in the business club and doing some business projects, it like reignited my passion.
Yeah.
No. How it brought back the passion in me regarding economics. So that's what I wrote in the introduction. So in recap, my father's business was doing not so great during COVID, so that made me scared. But
by doing the business leader and being involved in business activities that reignited my passion for business was the introduction. And I talk more in details about how I failed during the first business projects. I think colleges really do look for the ups and downs, how you fail in the beginning but you overcame that fear or overcame that failures. I think that's a great storyline to talk about. And then, as Anna Rose said, in the next paragraph, I mentioned a very detailed courses about what I specifically wanted to learn in KEIO. So I wrote, in my first year, I want to learn this. In my second year, I want to learn this. In my third year, I want to do the study abroad. In my fourth year, I want to do that. So I wrote a very detailed plan, and on top of that, I also added some circles, like extracurricular activities that I want to be involved in. Yeah, that's what I wrote for my next section. And then in the last paragraph, I kind of summarized everything and how picking me would be a good choice for KEIO University. Yeah, I kind of promoted myself a lot at the end. And yeah, I think that's what I wrote. I mean, it's been quite a long time, so I don't really remember specifically, but that was the flow of the essay.
So this is like specific example of essays that we wrote, but I feel like in general you have to try to find out who you are and what makes you special, unique or different, because we all have differences.
Yeah.
You know? So you have to try to find out the difference and focus on talking about that and trying to embed that throughout the essay, because the general theme is a little similar, like what we want to do, something related to business because that's our major, and about like why we want to go to that university. But within that story and narrative, you have to show who you are. So I had to think through my identity a lot while writing the essay. I'm like, okay, who am I? What kind of life did I have, you know? So it's really, really essential for you to go through that process of knowing who exactly you are.
Right.
You might not have like complete answer, but you should be able to confidently explain about your background. Then you'll be able to write the essay better. That's my tip.
If there's nothing that you want to talk about, think about the times that you actually made some mistakes. Mistakes that you made, challenges, success, ups and downs. Showing that narrative, I feel like that's a good starting point.
Yeah,
that
that
you can
up
start
and
with.
down could be part like from your life, or that up and down could be from like specific project,
Right.
specific class, specific relationship, work, or any country.
Yeah.
But you just need to find that story to talk about.
Storytelling is really important, and I feel like compared to the American essays, Japanese universities tend to like structured one. So they want to have clear introduction, clear first body paragraph, clear second body paragraph, third, and then conclusion. So the more specific the essay is, the better it is. And especially when you're writing about some stories, try to add more details. That details really make the story more compelling and more fun to read, and it actually makes your essay stand out. So please remember that while you're writing your essays.
I feel like we slayed for like a spontaneous tip.
For real.
Isn't that helpful? You know?
I hope it was helpful. Like, we did not plan anything. We just like on cue.
We were eating.
We were eating, and we were like,
eating.
should we talk about our essay tips? And we did it. So
We're such a good tutors.
So we may have a lot of like, I don't know, 엉성함 here and there, but I hope this was helpful. Okay, my battery's dying, so see you guys later. Bye bye.